Valley of Courage, Leo stepped into a forest completely different from before. Here, there was no golden sunlight, no singing birds or sweet-smelling flowers. Only thick mist and a heavy silence pressed down on the air. Twisted branches blocked out the sky, and not even a whisper of wind stirred, as if the entire forest was holding its breath, waiting. His wooden token shimmered with a soft white light, and a familiar voice echoed again. It was Ithas. This is the forest of responsibility. What you face here is not an external struggle, but an internal choice. This is not a battle, but a promise. Leo looked around. Although there was no clear direction, he felt as if the path beneath his feet was guiding him. He followed that feeling, and the mist gradually parted, revealing a hidden village. The village was dilapidated and broken. Houses leaned precariously, some roofs had collapsed, and walls were covered in cracks. An earthy smell, mixed with damp wood, hung heavy in the air. Just then, Lull, the wishweaver, quietly appeared. It was crouched behind a withered tree, making no sound, just watching Leo with its soft eyes, as if silently offering companionship. Suddenly, an old man emerged from a broken house, leaning on a walking stick, his eyes tired but firm. Behind him trailed two thin children, their eyes filled with both wariness and a desperate longing. "Are you sent by the forest?" the old man asked, his voice trembling and earnest. "We need help. A disaster happened here, and most people left. Only the three of us remain. The houses need fixing, the well needs cleaning, the children need looking after, but no one stayed." Leo was silent. He understood. This wasn't a grand, flashy challenge. There was no immediate victory or applause. This was a choice, to stay or to leave. "If I stay, will I miss other trials?" he asked tentatively. The old man didn't answer directly. He just looked at Leo quietly. "Some paths won't wait, but some growth only happens when you choose to stay." In that moment, Leo felt like he was standing at a crossroads. On one side was happiness and freedom, and on the other, responsibility and effort. Images of his busy parents, his teachers' expectations, and his friends' trust surfaced in his mind. He slowly spoke, "I'll stay." As he made his decision, Lull, hidden in the shadows, subtly lifted its tail, tracing a golden arc in the air. The light wasn't dazzling, but constant, like a star. And so, Leo began to learn. He learned to mend roofs, fetch and filter water, help the children with their lessons, and cook meals for the old man. At first, he was clumsy and fumbled, but as the days passed, he learned how to manage his time, how to truly listen to others' needs, and how to keep going even without applause. One evening, the children gathered around him by the campfire, singing songs, while the old man sat quietly nearby, smiling. Leo looked at the warm scene before him, feeling a sense of satisfaction he'd never experienced before. In the distance, Lull was curled up on a stone, its tail gently tapping the ground, as if responding to this peace and happiness. But the challenge wasn't over. Late one night, a sudden thunderstorm hit. The roof of the small wooden house was torn off, and in a panic, one of the children ran deeper into the forest. Leo chased after him through the pouring rain, battling through the mud and howling wind. He finally found the sobbing little boy under a fallen tree. "I thought you'd abandoned me too," the child choked out. Leo crouched down and hugged him, whispering, "No. True responsibility means that even if no one is watching, I choose to stay." The moment he spoke those words, the rain paused, and a sliver of silver light pierced through a gap in the clouds. Lull emerged from the shadows, its tail tip gently touching the boy's shoulder, glowing softly in comfort, as if saying, "You are understood." The next morning, the wind had stopped and the mist had cleared. The village well sparkled with a strange light. Leo's wooden token automatically flew from his pocket, hovering above the well, radiating a brilliant golden glow. The word responsibility slowly materialized in the air, as if woven from the morning light. The entire village seemed to awaken with this energy. Houses automatically returned to their original state, broken ground mended, and even a faint scent of flowers drifted through the air. The children ran and laughed, and the old man's eyes welled with tears of joy. Ithas's voice echoed gently, "You have understood that true responsibility is not an external task, but an internal choice. You choose to bear it, not because you are forced, but because you are willing." An archway woven from vines and light slowly rose at the edge of the village. After embracing the children and the old man, Leo slowly walked towards the archway. He didn't look back, but his heart was filled with warmth and strength. As he stepped through the archway, a soft light enveloped him. He was no longer just the boy who wanted his wish granted, but a true traveler, willing to stop for others and shoulder responsibility. Lull stood behind the archway, quietly watching his receding figure. Its tail traced a circle of soft light, then dissolved into stardust, vanishing into the morning mist. He confidently walked towards the next trial, and towards true growth.